A violent clash between protesters and police has brought attention to the growing anger and frustration within Mexico's Gen Z population. This movement, sparked by the tragic death of Mayor Carlos Alberto Manzo Rodríguez, has evolved into a powerful force, with thousands taking to the streets of Mexico City to voice their dissent. The protest, organized by Gen Z activists, gained momentum and support from older generations affiliated with opposition parties. As the demonstration progressed, a peaceful march transformed into a heated confrontation. Pablo Vázquez, Mexico City's security chief, described the scene. For hours, the protest remained peaceful, until a group of masked individuals initiated violent acts. The aftermath revealed a grim toll: over 120 injured, predominantly police officers, with 40 requiring hospitalization for bruises and cuts. 20 protesters also sustained injuries. Despite these numbers, President Claudia Sheinbaum, in office since 2024, maintains high approval ratings, hovering above 70%. However, her security policies have faced scrutiny due to several high-profile murders, including that of Mayor Manzo. Protesters carried banners and donned hats in tribute to Mayor Manzo, who was assassinated during Day of the Dead celebrations in Uruapan, Michoacán State. Rosa Maria Avila, a 65-year-old real estate agent from Michoacán, expressed her grief. He was killed because he had the courage to send officers to fight criminals in the mountains. Andres Massa, a 29-year-old business consultant, echoed the sentiment. We need more security. He carried the iconic pirate skull flag, a symbol of Gen Z protests worldwide. The protesters gathered in front of the National Palace, where President Sheinbaum resides and works, and tore down some of the metal fences surrounding the building. Police, protecting the compound, employed tear gas and fire extinguishers to control the crowd, who responded by throwing projectiles and banging on the fences. This is how you should have protected Carlos Manzo, some protesters shouted at the security forces. The tension escalated as hundreds of young protesters engaged in a projectile exchange with the police, who deployed their shields and retaliated with objects of their own. In the days preceding the protest, President Sheinbaum accused right-wing parties of attempting to infiltrate the Gen Z movement and using social media bots to boost attendance. She characterized it as a movement promoted from abroad against the government. End quote. The events of that Saturday have left a mark, raising questions about the future of Mexico's political landscape and the role of Gen Z in shaping it. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this a genuine grassroots movement, or is it being manipulated by external forces? And this is the part most people miss. How will the government respond to these protests, and what impact will it have on the country's future? What are your thoughts on this situation? Do you think the government's response was appropriate, or is there a better way to handle such protests? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments below.